During this video we're gonna see why these small animals are so aggressive, so raging, so funny and beautiful and cute also. And we're going to try to understand which one is the beginning of these little demons that we have in our houses. Why it's so important to take care about them, and why it's so important to be nice and kindly and try to avoid certain kind of raging moments. In this moment I can tell you that these dogs, the only thing that they need, don't embrace the dog when it's crazy, don't say, oh, you're such a good boy when the dog is raging, and the dog is going to be a little bit more better every single day. But if you stay long enough, you're gonna see how these dogs were created, why these dogs were created, and why we have this kind of demons in the earth. Because I don't know, someone wants it, I hate those. So as always, we're gonna start for the beginning. As you know, every single dog in the world, they are the sons of the wolves. This started like 30,000, 50,000 years ago in the Paleolithic era. And there's something that you need to know. 90% of the human existence is in the Paleolithic era. So we are the freaks. This interaction between wolves and humans started like a bunch of time. Who cares, right? I already told you. They started to become friends. Because some wolves, they are not so good wolves, and they're rejected from the pack of wolves, and they say, well, you know, I'm going to other places and I'm going to be with the humans. And the other wolves say, oh my god, you don't have the stuff to be a real wolf. Well, that's how wolves work, I guess. This iteration between wolves and humans started to like wolves that they are not so dangerous. They're a little bit not so dangerous, a little bit, I don't know, beautiful. There is one experiment in, of course, Russia that explained how wolves turn into dogs. So this experiment was known as the experiment of Dmitry Velayev. We're gonna say that this experiment is the Dmitry experiment. And this experiment tried to explain how the humans interact with savage animals, like in this case silver foxes, and they studied to understand how this interaction can change the savage animal into a simple, nice and beautiful and lovely dog, like this piece of crap that we have in here, that you can have as a pet in your house playing with your kids. Around 10% of every single pack of new silver foxes that born, they were much more funny to have it, much more nice and lovely. Well, there's a really big question around the Dmitry experiment. What happened with the 90% of the foxes that didn't match the idea of how a new pet should have? You don't want the answer. You don't want the answer. Well, yes, it was fixed in the most Russian way. Some of them, there were, you know, and the other were they used the skin to have beautiful coats. Yes, I'm not joking. 90%, guys, come on. What should I do with those wolves? After that experiment, it was shown that there's a bunch of evidence that tells you that wild foxes and wild wolves could be turned in one chihuahua with enough time and the right breeding between nicest chihuahua. We should be talking about chihuahuas right now, because I have a bunch of videos of chihuahuas raging like crazy. The main question around this video is that we change wolves that are super cool, that they weigh like 100 kilos, that they can unalive your complete family in 1 second, to this piece of crap. In this transformation we have these raging dogs. Why small dogs are so crazy? The foxes, any kind of this kind of stuff that looks like wolves, they go crazy when they find something that is much more bigger than them. But if you're a wolf, you have just a few stuff that are more bigger than you. But with a chihuahua, even a cat is bigger and much more dangerous than you. The relation between cats and chihuahuas are, well, the cat wins. Okay, we're gonna have a video of cats in I don't know when. What I was talking. There's a few stuff that you need to be concerned of why these dogs are so crazy, and there we go. First of all, fear and defense. They are small, everything is bigger, everything is much more dangerous, so fear and defense, knowing that everything is bigger, is quite more understandable. It's like you can see the same behavior on a cat. And a cat, what is going crazy, makes this stuff that it looks really super threatening, but they are not so dangerous. Well, you can see cats making bears look like they are a toy or something. Overcompensation. We already talked about fear. We talk about I am small and you don't need to deal with me because I'm a dangerous chihuahua. But I must say that they look a little bit cute when they go crazy. Who cares? So the overcompensation is related with fear because they know that they're small, so this kind of is some kind of defensive stuff. It's funny because this kind of dogs, they always love someone in the family but hate everyone. Oh, I need to talk about one specific breed that we have in Argentina that is almost extinct because they were so racist that nobody likes it, but insufficient socialization. Oh wow, I look like a scientific today. It means that the owners, they don't treat enough right as the bigger ones. So if the small one starts, nobody is going to say, oh no, this is not the way to behave. You're a bad dog. I'm going to call the police. This is violence, bad dog. If you have a small dog of this one, when they started to rage, you need to do what you need to do when a dog is not good for you, okay? Every owner has their own stuff. We have Dobermans, and Dobermans could be your father. We were able to manage Dobermans. Imagine this kind of energy and anxiety. Well, this is one of the most obvious that they have in everywhere. These kind of dogs, they have the metabolism of a squirrel. They have energy to provide to an entire city. So they have a bunch of energy. So that's why they're so funny and so energyful. They like to play when they don't want to kill, but they can kill because they're really small. They can kill anybody, just themselves. And involuntary enforcement. Well, that's part of the owners. It's related with the other one, insufficient socialization. If you have a dog that is not so good, you need to try to avoid that this dog goes crazy. You need to say good, bad dog, and all the stuff. Well, this is the part from the beginning of the video that I told you what should I do if I had a small dog. Well, this is the stuff that you should be doing. I'm going to do the same stuff. We need to talk about an amazing animal that we had in Argentina. Yes, I'm talking about the Argentinian Pekines. Pekines, it means from Pekin, Pekines. Pekin, it means Beijing, isn't it? So it's going to be the Argentinian Beijingian. This kind of dog was so hateful by everybody in the world that nobody wants to have them, only the old ladies. Everybody knew in the birthdays of people from the school that if you go to someone, the old lady, the grandma, is going to have one of those horrible stuff that known as the Argentinian Pekines, Argentinian Beijingian, and they had the mood of someone that hates everybody. I must say that we had like 5 years, 8 years, 9 years for a dog that is used to living with an old lady. A boy of 5 years is someone that you don't want to mess, and I can understand, but these kind of dogs were hated by everybody, and nowadays the Argentinian Beijingian Pekines is almost extinct. It's amazing how if you're a dog you need to listen to this. If you're a dog you need to listen that you should be a nice dog. You're facing extinction. You can understand that. I can understand why these kind of dogs were so beautiful when they're small, when they were puppies. They were something. Take a look at this one. Take a look at this one. Take a look at this one. I'm so in love. Well, I think we cover all the stuff about dogs and small dogs and where they come in and the Russian experiment, the Dimitri experiment. So, if you're here, comment. Did you have any small dog? It's a really nice dog. It's a nightmare. Do you like big dogs? I'm a big dog guy. I'm a Doberman guy. It would be nice if you put that in the comments. So, find it out.